Aging is a natural and beautiful part of life. But in a world that often glorifies youth, many older women find themselves wondering what habits or behaviors might make them appear less attractive in the eyes of younger men. While confidence and self-assurance are the most powerful traits at any age, certain habits can unintentionally push people away or create an impression that doesn't reflect the vibrant, dynamic person you truly are. Attraction isn't just about looks. It's about attitude, energy, and the way you carry yourself. Younger men, whether in romantic, social, or even professional settings, often respond not just to appearance, but to personality, mindset, and habits. One of the biggest turnoffs for younger men is when an older woman carries herself with insecurity. Confidence is magnetic, but constantly putting yourself down, making negative comments about aging, or comparing yourself unfavorably to younger women can create an uncomfortable atmosphere. It's one thing to joke about getting older, but if every conversation revolves around self-deprecating remarks about wrinkles, weight, or lost youth, it sends a message that you don't see yourself as valuable. Younger men are often drawn to self-assured people who own their age without apology. Embracing your experience and wisdom rather than focusing on what has changed will always make you more attractive. Another common habit that younger men find unattractive is dressing in a way that doesn't feel authentic. This doesn't mean older women should follow outdated fashion rules or limit themselves to age-appropriate styles, but rather that trying too hard to appear young can sometimes have the opposite effect. Wearing clothes that don't fit well, dressing too revealingly in an attempt to compete with younger women, or completely ignoring personal style altogether can make a woman appear as if she's uncomfortable in her own skin. True style is about wearing what makes you feel confident and comfortable. A well-fitted outfit, stylish accessories, and an awareness of what suits your personality will always be more appealing than blindly following trends. Another behavior that can make older women less attractive to younger men is adopting a bitter or jaded attitude toward relationships or life in general. Many older women have had experiences that make them more cautious or skeptical, but constantly talking about past heartbreaks, failed marriages, or how all men are the same can create an atmosphere of negativity. No one wants to feel like they are being compared to a long list of past disappointments. Younger men, like people of any age, are drawn to positivity, optimism, and an openness to new experiences. Carrying emotional baggage without making peace with it can be exhausting for both you and the people around you. Being overly controlling or mothering in interactions can also be a major turnoff. Some older women, particularly those who have raised children or managed households for decades, may unintentionally slip into a parental role in conversations with younger men, offering unsolicited advice. Correcting their behavior or assuming they need to be taken care of can feel condescending. Most younger men, especially those who are independent, don't want to be treated like a project or someone who needs guidance. Relationships, whether romantic or platonic, should feel balanced, not like an extension of a mother-son dynamic. Another habit that younger men may find unattractive is an unwillingness to embrace new ideas, technology, or modern ways of thinking. While experience and wisdom are valuable, stubbornly clinging to the past or refusing to adapt to change can make someone seem out of touch. Younger generations live in a fast-paced world where technology, communication styles, and social norms are constantly evolving. A woman who dismisses these changes, refuses to try new things, or constantly criticizes how things used to be may come across as rigid rather than inspiring. On the other hand, a woman who is open-minded, curious, and willing to engage with modern ideas without losing her own sense of identity will always be more attractive. One of the most off-putting habits is excessive gossiping or negativity about others. Younger men, much like people of any age, tend to be drawn to those who lift others up rather than tear them down. Constantly complaining about other women, making snide remarks about people's appearances, or engaging in endless gossip can come across as petty and insecure. Confidence doesn't require putting others down to feel better about yourself. A woman who speaks with kindness, celebrates other successes, and focuses on positive energy will always be more appealing than someone who thrives on negativity. Finally, one of the least attractive habits for younger men is when older women stop taking care of themselves, both physically and emotionally. This doesn't mean chasing youth or obsessing over appearance, but self-care plays a huge role in attraction. Letting go of personal hygiene, losing interest in physical health, or lacking enthusiasm for life can create an aura of stagnation. Taking pride in your appearance, staying active, and engaging in hobbies or passions that excite you all contribute to a youthful energy that is far more important than age itself. Attraction isn't about looking a certain way. It's about radiating confidence, joy, and self-respect. Younger men don't dislike older women because of age. They respond to how older women present themselves. Attractiveness isn't about competing with younger women. It's about embracing who you are with confidence and grace. When an older woman carries herself with self-assurance, dresses in a way that makes her feel good, stays open to new ideas, and exudes positivity, she naturally draws people toward her. It's never about being younger. It's about being the best version of yourself at any stage of life. Confidence, grace, and authenticity are the true markers of attractiveness, and younger men, like people of any age, are naturally drawn to those who embrace themselves fully. While the habits that turn younger men off aren't necessarily about age, they do often stem from outdated ways of thinking or behaviors that diminish a woman's own value rather than enhance it. When a woman carries herself with self-assurance, maintains an open mind, and continues to nurture her own passions, she stands out in the best way possible. But when she falls into certain habits, whether it's bitterness, self-doubt, or an unwillingness to evolve, it can create unnecessary barriers between herself and the people she wants to connect with. One of the most common ways older women unintentionally push younger men away is by making everything about age. Constantly pointing out the age difference, either jokingly or in a self-conscious way, can create an unnecessary divide. Comments like, "I'm old enough to be your mother," or "You wouldn't be interested in someone my age," make it seem as though you see the difference as a problem. In reality, most people aren't focused on a number as much as they are on the energy someone brings to a conversation. Drawing attention to it in a negative way can make things awkward and reinforce a separation that may not have even been an issue in the first place. Another habit that can be unappealing is treating younger men as if they are automatically immature or lacking life experience. While older women certainly have more years of wisdom, younger men today are often highly independent, ambitious, and capable of deep thought. Dismissing their ideas or constantly taking on a condescending tone can make them feel like they're not being seen as equals. Mutual respect is key in any relationship, and making assumptions based on age alone can lead to missed opportunities for real connection. Instead of focusing on who has lived longer, focus on sharing ideas, experiences, and interests in a way that fosters genuine conversation. Some older women also fall into the habit of overly romanticizing the past and refusing to embrace the present. It's natural to have fond memories of certain decades, but constantly saying, "Things were so much better back then," or refusing to engage with modern trends can make you seem closed off. Younger men, like younger people in general, are often excited about the present and the future. A woman who can appreciate where she's been while still staying engaged in what's happening now will always be far more interesting than someone who insists on living in the past. Another common mistake is playing too many mind games. While some women believe they need to test a man's interest by being overly mysterious, playing hard to get, or creating drama, this is often exhausting and unnecessary. Younger men today, especially those who are mature and self-assured, don't have patience for outdated dating tactics. They are often drawn to honesty, directness, and emotional intelligence. If you're interested in someone, whether romantically or socially, being upfront and engaging without unnecessary complications is always the best approach. There's no need to overthink every interaction. Just being yourself is enough. Neglecting emotional well-being can also be a major factor in how attractive someone appears. A woman who carries unresolved resentment, whether from past relationships, friendships, or life experiences, often radiates an energy that pushes people away. Constantly bringing up past betrayals, talking negatively about exes, or carrying a victim mentality can be emotionally draining for others to be around. Everyone faces hardships, but how you choose to process and move forward from them says a lot about you. Women who focus on personal growth, emotional healing, and positive self-awareness naturally become more attractive, as they bring a sense of peace and wisdom to any relationship. Another habit that can be unattractive to younger men is having a rigid idea of what a relationship should look like. Times have changed, and so have relationship dynamics. While there's nothing wrong with having standards and expectations, being overly attached to outdated ideas of roles and behaviors can create friction. Some older women expect younger men to fit into traditional molds, while younger men often have a more modern perspective on relationships. Instead of assuming how things should be, it's always better to discuss values openly and see if your lifestyles and beliefs align. Many younger men also struggle with women who lack enthusiasm for life. A person's energy, not their age, is often what determines how attractive they seem. A woman who no longer has hobbies, goals, or interests beyond waiting for someone to give her attention can seem stagnant. On the other hand, a woman who is engaged in her passions, curious about the world, and actively enjoying life becomes naturally magnetic. People are drawn to those who have a spark, and keeping that inner light alive is what truly makes someone stand out, regardless of age. Lastly, one of the most common yet often unnoticed unattractive habits is excessive complaining. Life comes with its challenges, and everyone needs to vent sometimes. But if every conversation is filled with complaints about aches, politics, or frustrations with modern life, it can be exhausting for others to be around. Younger men, like most people, prefer to be in the company of those who bring joy and positive energy rather than constant negativity. A balanced approach, where challenges are acknowledged but not dwelled upon, creates an atmosphere where conversations feel light, engaging, and enjoyable. The most attractive women, regardless of age, are those who embrace life fully. Younger men don't dislike older women because of the years they've lived. They are turned off by habits that diminish a woman's energy, confidence, or ability to connect. A woman who carries herself with grace, stays engaged with the world, and approaches relationships with openness and joy will always be far more appealing than one who clings to outdated mindsets, negativity, or insecurity. Attraction is about presence, energy, and the ability to share experiences with enthusiasm. By avoiding these common habits and instead focusing on personal fulfillment and self-assurance, any woman can continue to be magnetic and captivating, no matter her age. At the core of attraction, whether to younger men, peers, or anyone in general, is a sense of self-worth. The way you see yourself is often reflected back by others. When you exude confidence, warmth, and enthusiasm for life, people naturally gravitate toward you. It's not about desperately trying to appear younger or changing who you are to fit someone else's ideal. True attraction comes from authenticity, from fully embracing the life you've lived and still having excitement for what's to come. The women who stand out are the ones who refuse to see age as a limitation, but instead as a badge of wisdom, strength, and resilience. One of the biggest misconceptions is that younger men are only drawn to younger women, but in reality, attraction is much deeper than that. Younger men may be drawn to women who bring a certain kind of energy into their lives, an energy that is vibrant, engaging, and free from unnecessary drama. Many older women unintentionally push people away by believing that their age alone makes them less desirable, and in doing so, they create barriers that don't need to exist. When you stop focusing on what you lack and instead embrace what makes you unique, you become instantly more attractive. A major factor that separates attractive older women from those who struggle to connect with younger men is their ability to be present. Dwelling too much on the past, whether it's past relationships, regrets, or outdated views, can create an invisible wall between you and others. Younger men live in the present, and they are drawn to women who do the same. This doesn't mean forgetting your experiences or pretending the past didn't happen, but rather choosing to live in the now rather than constantly looking back. If every conversation revolves around reminiscing about the good old days or complaining about how things aren't the way they used to be, it can make you seem stuck rather than dynamic and evolving. Similarly, being overly rigid in your beliefs or unwilling to adapt to change can make you seem disconnected. Younger men are part of a rapidly evolving world where new ideas, perspectives, and ways of living are constantly emerging. While experience brings wisdom, being unwilling to listen to different viewpoints or insisting that things should be done a certain way can make conversations feel tense rather than engaging. The most captivating women are those who bring their life wisdom to the table while still remaining open-minded, curious, and excited about learning new things. Adaptability and a willingness to grow make you not just attractive, but also inspiring. Another habit that can push younger men away is neediness. While there's nothing wrong with wanting companionship, relying on someone else for your happiness can feel overwhelming. The most attractive people at any age are those who are content within themselves. They don't need constant validation or reassurance. Instead, they have a sense of independence and personal fulfillment. If every interaction feels like an attempt to secure attention, it can come across as draining rather than appealing. A confident, self-sufficient woman is far more desirable than one who constantly seeks approval. On the other end of the spectrum, being too guarded or emotionally closed off can also be a challenge. Some older women, after experiencing heartbreak or disappointment, put up emotional walls to protect themselves. While it's important to be cautious with your heart, being overly defensive or unwilling to open up can make it difficult to form meaningful connections. Younger men, like anyone else, appreciate genuine emotion and vulnerability. Sharing your thoughts, engaging in deep conversations, and being emotionally available shows that you are still willing to experience love and connection. Physical presentation also plays a role, though not in the way many women think. Attraction isn't about looking 20 years younger or trying to erase every wrinkle. It's about self-care, confidence, and presenting yourself in a way that makes you feel good. A woman who takes care of her health, dresses in a way that flatters her personality, and carries herself with poise is always more attractive than someone who has given up on her appearance entirely. It's not about vanity. It's about showing the world that you value yourself. Perhaps one of the most overlooked but important habits that can turn younger men away is a lack of joy. Life is meant to be lived fully, and nothing is more magnetic than someone who genuinely enjoys life. Women who laugh easily, find excitement in the little things, and maintain a sense of adventure naturally draw people in. Complaining, being overly serious, or focusing only on what's wrong in life can make interactions feel heavy. Instead, embracing fun, humor, and lightheartedness keeps your energy fresh and inviting. Ultimately, younger men don't dislike older women because of their age. They dislike behaviors that stem from insecurity, bitterness, or resistance to growth. Age is just a number, but the way you carry yourself is what determines how people respond to you. Women who continue to invest in themselves, who remain open to life's possibilities, and who exude confidence and self-respect will always be attractive, regardless of their age. The key to being irresistible isn't about competing with younger women or changing yourself to fit a mold. It's about stepping fully into your own power, knowing your worth, and living in a way that makes you feel radiant and alive. Attraction isn't about chasing youth. It's about embracing the life you've built and the woman you've become. And when you do that, you'll find that younger men, or anyone really, are naturally drawn to you not because of how old you are, but because of the undeniable energy and presence you bring into the world.